just happy to be back, happy to be healthy, feeling good.
And that was in Milwaukee.
Yep.
When that swing happened.
Yep.
Okay. So how do you stay healthy now?
Yeah, I mean, once that happened, obviously it's a lot of strengthening to get back. But, I'm feeling in a place where I feel strong again. So hopefully there's just no more kind of funky injuries like that.
And what have you been doing to, feel better? Like, what steps have you taken to get more comfortable with this behind you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a ton of strengthening that goes involved, a lot of, treatment, things like that. And then the big thing is, feeling confident in games, so playing 5 or so games in AAA, getting, some genuine, good swing speeds. And by 4th or 5th game, it's finally started to feel, confident where I wasn't really thinking about it anymore. I could just go and just hit. So that was kind of the point that I wanted to be in, where I could feel confident coming back.
Had you ever been gone this long from an injury in your career?
No, never. No, it's nothing like this. Yeah, it was very unique. Obviously, it's super different. I've never experienced it before. It was one of those things where I assumed it was going to be quicker. It ended up taking, a really long time. So it tested my patience for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to be back.
Did they do MRIs to see where you were at, or did they not have to do that?
Well, in the beginning they did the MRIs and, showed the sprained tendon, a lot of swelling. They did another MRI maybe a few weeks later, showed that it was healing, which was good. But where I'm at right now, just the fact that I can go up there and swing, full effort, swing speeds are where they're supposed to be, and there's really no pain is I think all we really need to know.
When you said you were for confidence, just the at-bats to make sure that nothing was hurting, was that when you were on your rehab assignment or before that?
Yeah, on the rehab assignment. Yeah, I didn't really get there until the rehab assignment, where I finally could get full effort swings with no pain.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When you said it was taking a while, was it because of the pain or because of the swelling, or what kind of made it take this long?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure both were involved. The pain and swelling kind of seemed to go together. But yeah, I mean, it was just one of those things where I couldn't really squeeze the bat as hard as I could. I couldn't turn the bat without that just firing up. So having the limited strength and the pain factor, it's just not really it's going to be hard to be successful that way.
When you have an injury that lasts this long, for something as simple maybe as a check swing or something, how emotionally do you handle it? How difficult was that part of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something where it's I don't really know why it happened. It's just it was a normal swing that it ended up getting hurt on. So it was one of those things where, I just got to keep strengthening it, putting it in a good place, and go out there and play. I can't worry about fluke injuries like that. It's just one of those things where I just got to keep playing.
And with this time of year, you're getting down near the end. Obviously, you're going to need to give some guys some rest, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think that'll definitely be important. Give some guys some rest and get ready for the end of the season push in October.
When did you say that you started to feel fully confident when you were in the rehab assignment?
Probably Tuesday. So 3 or 4 days ago. Tuesday, Wednesday was a back-to-back. So Tuesday felt good, and then we went night game to day game. Wednesday was a day game, and it really felt awesome. No pain and those swings. That was really encouraging. So I definitely feel super confident about that.
How have you felt of being a part of a 13-man position player group that have been so solid all year, that have been not bench guys, but just looked like a 13-man rotation?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I think is really unique. I think it's something that, the Cubs are definitely blessed to have, the 13-man, rotation of all guys that can come in and play a lot of different positions and do it really well. I mean, everyone's done a really great job. That's definitely not something that I think happens very often. I think it's something when, years from now you might look back on this team and you might look at all those guys and see that they're, starters on whatever team they're on, still the Cubs or other teams, and it's going to be dang, that was a really solid, position player group that we had, that we have right now. So I think it's just one of those things going into end of the season and postseason, it can give us a ton of confidence to know that, we have that group together. It's really solid. We're good on defense, good on offense, good on kind of all those different things. So I think, we're in a good spot.